Absolutely delighted now to be joined yet again by Jennifer Robinson from SAS. Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see you, Stephen.
Lovely to see you again this year. So what's your advice, what's this year's advice to your clients here?
Okay, well my advice would be for towns and cities and counties to be looking at their data and be considering what kind of problems they might have that their data could solve. So do they have a pressing issue with any number of things? It could be a complex social issue like homelessness, or it could be an issue around infrastructure like a lot of data coming off of a water system.
So a lot of folks who will be coming to this conference have been hearing a lot at the moment about analytics and using data. You know, some of them are probably feeling a little bit, this is a bit complex, I don't quite understand, I don't know where to start.
Right.
So what should they do?
Well, the first step would be to, first of all, set a vision. Do you, if you want to use analytics, what problem do you want to solve? And then once you decide what problem you want to solve, then you have to go out and look and see if you have adequate data. And it really is okay if you don't have adequate data, because that tells you need to start collecting data where you haven't before. But if you do have that data, bring it all together. And then at that point, you're really ready to go. The hardest part is bringing your data together. The easier part is actually doing the analytics.
And advice will be at hand, though, if people need help.
Yes, oh absolutely, yes. So companies like SAS are available not only to provide the software, but to provide the services and the assistance.
Where do you see this going in the future? Give me an idea of how artificial intelligence works with this.
Oh, okay, great. So a lot of people are talking about artificial intelligence. It's the most exciting thing on the horizon. And so artificial intelligence brings in data and then it learns from the data that it collects. So the more data that you bring in, the more sophisticated and accurate the system becomes. A great example of this would be evaluating the value of properties in your community. We now can use artificial intelligence to assess a property, every single property in your community, every single day, which is absolutely astounding. I mean, that is something that could not even be conceived of 2 years ago.
There'll be some people who'll be a bit concerned about the privacy parts to having this artificial intelligence, almost people listening to everything all the time and evaluating you from that. So what do you say to that?
Okay, well it's not really artificial intelligence that is the scary component, it's when data is not handled correctly. Because artificial intelligence relies on the data that's input into it. So cities, counties, and towns, they have a responsibility to take care of their data, to make sure that when they're using their data for a system, that they protect that personally identifiable information, and they're protecting their citizens. And one thing that a lot of communities don't realize is that you might have data set 1 that has information, you have data set 2, neither one of them might be that telling, but when you put them together, you have derived information. Yeah. And so people have to be very careful about that.
So my final question is how are communities doing, and what more can we be doing in this area?
Okay, well, a lot of communities are just getting their start with data analysis. I would say start bringing your data together. If you have 100 systems in your community and you have your data stored on a single employee's laptop, try to get that moved into a repository that more people have access to. And that's a really good start. And then start looking for the opportunities where you might be able to use software to solve a problem instead of hours and hours and hours and a lot of money.
And how optimistic are you, I'm trying to get in, that we can solve problems in this way? And we can make a real difference to communities in America by doing this?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, we have many examples of communities that have seen transformation through using analytics, where their citizens have better services faster and cheaper. And that's very encouraging.
Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and look forward to seeing you next year in Nashville.
I look forward to it too. Thank you, Stephen.
ICMA TV has plenty more exclusive content from the conference, which you can check out using the links to the right. Be sure to check back each day for brand new interviews, stories and coverage from the show. You can also travel back in time and revisit 12 years of ICMA TV by checking out our channel.